And he walks him to start game 3.
And that's the problem that Leiter will have with his riding fastball up and out of the strike zone a lot.
Williams away from first. Leiter sets and delivers 1 and 2. A bouncer back to the mound. He looks at second, but takes the sure out at first and pulls Olerud off the bag, and everybody's safe. Well, it should have been a sure out, but Leiter botched the play.
The Mets, because they only gave up 30 unearned runs the entire season.
Hit into shallow right, Alfonso back.
And that's the good cutter from Leiter as you hear the fans.
But the Mets regrouped and got the wild card, and the Braves have to see him again. Williams breaks for third. Piazza throws to second, and it's over his head and into center field. Williams scores. Heading for third is Boone. Now here are the Mets, who made only 68 errors all year. Easily the lowest figure for a full season in the history of baseball. They've made 2 errors in this inning and 5 errors so far in this series.
And the ball stays up and goes over the head of Alfonso at second base.
And now Jordan sends the 0-1 pitch into shallow left center. Boone is tagging. Mora makes the catch. They're going to test his arm. The throw to the plate. He is. If he held it out, and he did hold it.
With Tom Glavine, you know exactly what you're going to get. He's going to pitch the same way. Doesn't mean you're going to have more success, but I think you'll feel better about yourself and get the better swings.
Got the inside corner, and on 3 pitches, Ricky Henderson sits down.
Didn't work at that at bat.
John Olerud.
And he walks him.
Glavine really isn't any tougher on left-handed hitters than he is right-handed hitters. He's actually tougher on right-handers because he stays on the outside part of the plate.
But things can change. Foul tip back into the glove of Perez, who holds it, and Alfonso is down on strikes.
Good fastball here from Glavine. The ball actually starts toward the outside part of the plate.
If this were a regular season game, Todd Pratt would be catching right now. He reaches for it, punches it to the right side. Brett Boone up with it, and the Mets are done in the bottom of the first after 1 and Shea in game 3. The Braves lead it 1-0.
Up and down.
It gets away from Piazza as Jones strikes out. Perhaps it's just coincidence, or perhaps Mike is still feeling the effects of that collision with Brett Boone in the top half of the first, but it's a strikeout. Leiter walked the game's leadoff man. Uncharacteristic, at least based on what they've done earlier this year. Here's Ordonez, and he can't make a play that would be spectacular for anyone else, but is close to routine for him. What's going on here?
Well, he actually caught the ball, and he lost it as he was trying to transfer it.
His 3rd time in postseason with 3 different teams. 93 Blue Jays, 97 Marlins, now the Mets. A broken bat. Ventura's got it. And a throw to second to double Jones off. What was Andrew doing?
That's just a bad base running play there because
and they get it. 2 Ks in the inning for Leiter. To the bottom of the second, 1-0 Atlanta.
Cookie Rojas has been suspended, and we mentioned that before the ball game the other day, that would cause a problem eventually.
Rolled is short. Weiss is up with it, and Agbayani is gone. With views from high above.
If they're pitching you inside and they're getting you out, move off the plate.
A little tapper. Glavine's got it. Good fielding pitcher. Flip to Hunter. Glavine, a good all-round athlete. Good hitter for a pitcher. Fields his position well. Former hockey player growing up in Concord, Massachusetts. Give them a chance to play the wild card playoff game against Cincinnati. Threw a runner out at the plate in the division series against Arizona. Lines this one to right for a base hit. filled in for Ricky Henderson in Atlanta and had a home run. And in the first inning tonight, his catch and peg to the plate takes care of Boone and short circuits Atlanta's opening inning. He goes. A bouncing ball, and Boone had vacated the position. Runners will be at first and third. Boone going over to cover. Couldn't reverse his field in time to make the play. Ricky Henderson on deck. Hunter playing behind Ordonez, who takes off, and Leiter fans to end the inning and might have swung at ball 4. He knows it. Back to Shea after this. A big chopper. Leiter has it, and this time his throw to Olerud is true. NBC extends its coverage of the NLCS. Here's Gerald Williams, who walked, stole a base, advanced on an error, scored. Ordonez got it.
That's more like Ordonez and also more like Gerald Williams swinging at the first pitch.
And the payoff pitch. Grabbed on the short hop by Ordonez, and to Olerud to complete a 1-2-3 third. Still 1-0 Braves. Hostile environment like this. He's had over 20 postseason starts. A line to the left that will drop for a hit. Gerald Williams over to grab it, and Ricky leads off with a single.
And I like what Ricky did there. No matter what, he knows that Glavine's going to go back outside. He's going to pitch him outside. Here again, that pitch outside.
Ricky takes off. Ball hit toward the middle of the diamond. Weiss gets it over to Boone, and they turn the double play despite the fact that Henderson was running.
Well, that was a hit and run. And I think it was a good idea to try hit and run in that situation.
That question has bedeviled managers in many cities for many years. Struck him out. Strikeout number 4 through 3 innings for Glavine, who leads it 1-0. Hit toward the hole, and it's by Ventura. And Jones is going to try to test Ricky Henderson, and Ricky Henderson guns him down. Broken bat roller. Ordonez on the big hop. That takes care of Jordan. So Jones out, trying to stretch a single into a double, and Chipper still is without an extra base hit in the postseason. A season in which he hit 45 home runs and probably will be the MVP. And he says he has a chance to be the best defensive center fielder ever. That's high respect. In the air to left, Ricky Henderson finishes the Atlanta fourth. No runs, a hit. But with Jones lost at second.
And as we told you earlier, if this was a regular season game, Mike would probably be out of the ball game.
Hit toward the hole. He's got a base hit.
In the 8th and 9th inning, so Rocker can come in and pitch to them.
Called strike 3. The 5th strikeout for Glavine.
The one thing that I've seen Glavine do when he comes inside, usually he's coming in off the plate, but he's getting the call tonight when he comes inside.
So he's lost some tough decisions in the World Series to be just a game over 500. And Ventura goes down swinging. That's 6 for Glavine. Check out an all-new third watch on NBC. One of the 4 New York hits belongs to Piazza, who leads away from first. Another to Mora, who stands in now. In the air to right, coming on Brian Jordan. Won't get to it. Piazza on his way to third. And Mora's 2 for 2. Ordonez hits it down to Hunter, who goes to his knees to take it, steps on the bag, and the Mets strand 2. after 4. Glavine and the Braves lead it 1-0.
Stop!
Eddie Perez against Leiter, smashes one by the diving Ventura and down the line for extra bases. Perez doesn't run well. Henderson threw a runner out earlier. This one is going to be close.
Well, they're waiting to see.
He did it again. He held the ball, and Perez is done. The second base umpire, Jerry Lane. Andrew Jones wanders off second on a liner by Hunter to third, and he's doubled off. Hunter draws a 1-out walk.
Let's look at it. 3 outfield assists by the Mets.
And another 1-2 pitch. It's hit back through the middle, picked up by Alfonso. The flip to Ordonez. Hunter trying to take him out, but Ordonez, who snatched it with his bare hand, holds on.
Well, it is tough to get something through the middle of this infield because Ordonez and Alfonso, that's something you definitely shouldn't try at home.
And stay on the bag on top of it. Down goes Glavine. That puts an end to the Atlanta 5th. We're halfway through, and the run on the first is standing up. Leiter struck out in the second. Hits it hard, but right at Boone. And as Henderson walks to the plate, we remind you that bringing you the views from high above is the Bud 1 airship.
You can see Glavine trying to come inside right there on Ricky Henderson, 2-2.
Fly ball to right. Easy play for Bryant. 2 gone in the 5th.
The first baseman.
Baseball doubleheader on 2 different networks tomorrow. But his on-base percentage was way up there as he drew more than 120 walks. Fastball hit through the middle for a 2-out single. That's the 6th New York hit, all of them singles.
And I thought that Glavine.
First one to Edgardo, hits it in the air to right. Jordan barely has to move, and that'll do it. Olerud with a 2-out single, but he's left aboard after 5. 1-0 Atlanta.
And it really helped him against Brian Jordan his last at bat.
A bouncing ball toward Alfonso. That takes care of Gerald Williams to start the Atlanta 6th. Temperatures tonight are in the low 50s, but there isn't much wind. When Al Leiter pitches on an exceptionally cold night, Cleveland a couple of years ago, it reminds us that earlier today Mike Hargrove was fired as manager of the Cleveland Indians. That's the way of the world in baseball when a team doesn't make it as far as they'd hoped to. But Mike Hargrove has been a fine manager and a classy person for a long time. Hit to the hole. Ordonez skids, pops up, throws him out. Man, after a play like that, they should just walk out onto the field and present him the Gold Glove right now. The 2-2 pitch struck him out, and nothing save the Mets putting some runs on the board in their half of the inning could please this Shea crowd more. Now Piazza's got to go through Bobby Cox's team if the Mets are to make it to the World Series. Sharply hit to left. He's 2 for 3.
That at bat right there shows you how smart Mike Piazza is. He was going the other way.
The 2-2. In the air, center field, turning is Andrew Jones. It won't carry to the track. He puts it away for the first out.
Third baseman, Robin Ventura.
A line drive caught by Weiss. Piazza will get back. So nothing goes right for Ventura. He tries to go the opposite way in a bid for a hit, and Weiss robs him. He walked that guy, Olerud, the second man he faced in the first inning.
In fact, Bob, every hit in this ball game has been a single.
In the air to left center field, Andrew Jones just glides over and takes it in his stride. He makes it look so easy. 6 in the books. Still 1-0 Braves. That was their suspicion. Leiter to left. Ricky's there. It almost sailed over his head.
Well, Bob, if you're a hitter, it's very difficult to steal signs. You can feel where the catcher's moving and guess what it is.
Another 3-2 pitch. Down and in, and he walks him.
You're getting to a very dangerous time of the ball game for the Mets. They're already trailing 1-0.
Here's the 1-2. Struck him out. The 5th for Leiter.
Good pitch there by Leiter. The 0-2 pitch, he ran a fastball away. And that's all you can ask for if you're Bobby Valentine. Give us a chance to win.
Line drive. Ordonez picks it off the ground. Took it on a line, and that'll do it. 7 innings of 3-hit ball thrown by Leiter, but he and the Mets trail it 1-0. But the Mets, in 3 full games, hit just .225 against Glavine. And he strikes Ordonez out. The 7th K put in the book by Tom Glavine tonight.
It looked like a high breaking ball or backup slider or something. Didn't look like his regular fastball. I don't know if it was a stretch now. That's you stretching it. I'm just saying that.
Well, I've been known to do that. The 2-2. A swing and a miss. It gets away. Dunston heads for first. The second time it's happened tonight. Once to each team.
The difference is this will be a pass ball. The other one was a wild pitch.
Here's Henderson. 1 for 3 against Glavine. First pitch swinging right field. Jordan in his tracks for the catch.
And that's what Tom Glavine has done tonight. He's been very, very smart in what he's doing. Ricky Henderson moved up on the plate again there, and he came inside again.
The runner goes. The throw for Perez. Got him. So Dunston got on a gift, but he's pegged out by Perez to end the inning. John Franco out of the Met bullpen. A kid who grew up in Bensonhurst, Brooklyn. That one misses the outside corner, and Franco starts his stint with a walk.
They take Battle back, and they're going to send Glavine up to bunt.
Squares, gets it down. Franco will make the play, doesn't even look at second. Alfonso covering, score at 1-4.
Great job there by Glavine. Got Piazza, that's that bad thumb, and he caught that ball. He didn't catch it in the pocket. Look at his thumb. You can see it trembling right there.
And Williams swings on the pitch up and in, lofts it into shallow left center. Mora over with Henderson, and the center fielder Mora makes the catch. That's the second out in the Atlanta 8th. Baseball tomorrow starts on Fox, 4 Eastern time, as the Braves hit in the 8th. And he does just that. Still, no Atlanta hitter has reached base against Armando Benitez this year. Whether breaking up the left-handed hitters pays any dividends in the late innings for Bobby Valentine as he reworked his lineup for Game 3. Olerud hits it hard, but right at Boone.
And he got a breaking ball, and he just ripped it, but Boone was planning perfectly at second base, and he was able to make the play.
Leo Mazzoni just keeps rocking back and forth next to Bobby Cox. And Alfonso goes down swinging the 3rd time he has fanned tonight. Well, he certainly didn't benefit by switching from second to third.
He was doing it with one hand, his right hand. He wasn't even putting his left hand on the bat.
In the air to right center field. It sounded good off the bat, but it won't make the track. Brian Jordan is there to squeeze it. And Atlanta is 3 outs away from a 3-0 lead in this series. He's varied the speed on his slider and that splitter or forkball to differentiate it more from the fastball. And he gets the called 3rd strike with the delayed call for dramatic effect. by Charlie Relaford, the plate umpire.
And that was a splitter over the outside part of the plate.
You don't usually hit for a regular who's been that productive. Down goes Jordan. But in this situation, Valentine may have to go to special lengths.
The center fielder.
Rocker's going to come on in the ninth, likely to protect a one-run lead, and the fans are going to let him hear it. At least he put his bat on the ball. Mora is there to make the catch. 23 straight Braves retired by Benitez this season. Here comes Rocker. Young lefty who says he likes to pitch in hostile surroundings. He'll be 25 on Sunday. If this series goes 5 games, what a place for him to celebrate his birthday. Ventura hasn't been able to smell Rocker all year. Can't even put a bat on the ball. Up the middle, but it bounces nicely to Weiss, who juggles it, recovers. Safe. Weiss got a good hop, but mishandled it.
Brian Hunter still thought they had him at first base.
They still think we stink. They're a tired act, said Rocker. His 0-2 pitch. Well, that'll quiet them down a little bit. Pratt chased it up the ladder and goes down on strikes.
I mean, this is some real high heat right here.
And he hits it in the air to center. Jones going back, edge of the track, and that's the second out.
Well, Mora had a good swing, hit it on the good part of the bat. He just got under it a little bit. It's a pinch hit if he gets that far.
And he may not get that far. Hit softly toward the middle of the diamond. Weiss plays it, steps on the bag. And the Braves are 1 victory from their 5th trip to the World Series in this decade. All the games have been close. 4-2, 4-3, and 1-0. But they've all gone to Atlanta. Winners of 21 of their last 27